My best friend shared pages from my private diary after thinking I betrayed her first. Nobody looked directly at me when I walked into chemistry after lunch, but every conversation stopped. I knew something was wrong before I even sat down. Tyler kept rubbing his mouth like he was trying not to laugh, and Ava suddenly became very interested in organizing pens that were already organized. My phone had died during gym, so I hadn't checked anything for almost 2 hours. Then Mia slid her phone across the table without saying anything. The first picture was a page from my diary. Not just one sentence either. Whole paragraphs. My handwriting. The stupid purple gel pen I always used. I recognized the coffee stain near the corner from finals last winter. Under the photo, people from school were reacting with laughing emojis and fake sympathy comments like, "This is actually sad." My stomach dropped so hard I thought I might throw up right there beside the lab sinks. I grabbed Mia's phone and kept scrolling even though I already knew I shouldn't. There were 6 photos posted in our senior class group chat. One page talked about how lonely I felt after my parents separated. Another mentioned my panic attacks before presentations. The worst one was about Noah. I wrote that part after he stopped talking to me in March. I never even told anyone I liked him. "Who posted these?" I asked, but my voice sounded thin. Mia hesitated before answering. "Sophie." That honestly hurt more than the pictures themselves. Sophie had been my closest friend since 8th grade. She slept at my house so often that my dad used to joke she paid rent. Last month, when her mom got hospitalized, I stayed awake with her until 3 in the morning, while she cried on my bedroom floor eating dry cereal from the box. I left school early because I couldn't handle people staring at me. In the parking lot, 2 freshmen I didn't even know glanced at me and whispered something before laughing. When I got home, my room looked untouched except for one drawer hanging slightly open under my desk. That's where I kept the diary. I sat on the carpet replaying everything. Sophie came over the previous weekend while I worked a Saturday shift at the grocery store. She said she needed a quiet place to study because her cousins were visiting. I told her where the spare key was like I always did. I kept trying to invent another explanation because the real one made me feel sick. Around 7 that night, Sophie finally texted me. "I'm sorry. I didn't think people would spread them that far. Not deny, not explain, just sorry." I called her immediately. She answered sounding annoyed more than guilty. She admitted she took pictures while looking for a charger in my desk. Then she sent them privately to one friend because she was angry at me. Apparently Noah told her months ago that he used to like me first. She thought I hid it from her on purpose when they started dating. I honestly couldn't process how small the reason sounded compared to what she'd done. "You ruined my life over that?" I asked. She got quiet before saying, "You act like you're innocent all the time." That part stayed in my head longer than anything else. School became miserable after that. Nobody bullied me directly, at least not enough for teachers to notice. But people treated me differently. Some acted overly careful around me like I might cry randomly. Others joked about diary entries whenever I walked past. Noah stopped making eye contact with me. The guidance counselor called me in twice after a teacher noticed I wasn't speaking during class discussions anymore. I lied and said everything was fine because explaining it out loud sounded humiliating. Sophie switched lunch tables within a week. By then, most people already moved on to newer drama, but I didn't. I started hiding things constantly. Passwords on everything, locked bedroom door, short answers to everyone. A few nights ago, my dad asked why I never invite friends over anymore. I almost told him the truth. Instead, I said people were busy with graduation stuff. The weirdest part is that sometimes I still miss Sophie. Not the version from now. The old version who knew my coffee order and sent me pictures of stray cats because she knew they made me laugh during bad days. I hate that losing her still feels heavier than losing my privacy.